You couldn't pay me to read the rest of this series. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Faith and thank you so much for watching. Today I want to talk about some incomplete fantasy series that I've read and whether or not I will be continuing the series. And we're just going to get right into it today, and we're going to start with one that is very obvious for me, The Empyrean. Hands down, no question, I love this series so much. Absolutely, I'm continuing it. I know there's quite a few people who loved Fourth Wing, didn't really like Iron Flame, and then just hated Onyx Storm. I am not one of those people. I love Fourth Wing, I love Iron Flame, I love Onyx Storm. All of them are 5-star reads for me. I'm so excited for books 4 and 5. She has teased that they are going to be thick. And I also can't wait for the mystery book we're getting in September. And speaking of, I'm very surprised that we still don't know what it is. But it doesn't really matter. It's pre-ordered. I'm reading it no matter what it is. Next, we have the Empire of Blood series by Stasia Stark. When I did my initial review of this book, I'm pretty sure that I did say I would be continuing the series. But the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, this book was so boring for me. So honestly, I'm kind of unsure about this series. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, it is only going to be a duet. So I'm like, okay, do I want to try the second book just to see? But then I'm also like, I don't like wasting my time on books that I don't think I'm going to like. So I'm actually really torn on the series. However, I do think I'm leaning towards not continuing. But I will say, I'm moving in a couple weeks and I have so many books. The last time I counted was last April and I think I had like 250. So I probably have 300 plus right now. And my new apartment does not have elevators, so all of these are going to be carried up flights of stairs, so I am going to try and downsize as much as I can. So basically, I'm going to do a book on haul and I'm going to try to be really brutal. So I'm going to think about it some more, but if this book ends up in that video, I will not be continuing the series. And honestly, right now, I kind of am leaning towards not continuing the series and getting rid of this book, but you will see next week. And next we have the Wolves of Ruin series, and this one is actually not hard for me at all. I am not continuing this series. I hated this book. I gave it 2 stars, and I do feel like that was very generous. The plot was super boring and repetitive. A lot of choices that were made for this book just weren't good choices in my opinion. And if you want my full review, check out my May reading wrap up from last week, because I really don't want to talk about this book anymore. I really just didn't like it. Again, 2 stars really feels generous. And then we have the Assistant and the Villain series. So far with this series, I've liked each book just a little bit less than the last one. Like I gave book 1 5 stars, book 2 4.5, and book 3 4. So I have either liked or loved every single book in the series, and without question, I am going to read book 4 that comes out soon. However, I don't really know where this series is going in the long run. Like, I'm a little scared that it feels like the plot is just being dragged out for more books. Like, when I started the series, I thought it was only a trilogy, but then I find out that there's going to be a book 4, and then the author actually has confirmed there will be at least a book 5, but she has teased and hinted at multiple times that it will extend beyond a 5th book. So if this book series keeps getting extended and I keep liking each book a little bit less than the last one, and the plot just keeps seeming to get dragged out and not new plot lines added, I might eventually in the future stop reading the series. But that is a purely hypothetical situation, and as of right now, I really like this series of what we've had of it so far, and I will be continuing the series. And then we have the Wolf King series, and this is another one that I will be continuing. I really liked the Wolf King. The Night Prince was fine. I definitely didn't like it nearly as much as the Wolf King. However, there is only 1 book left in the series, and I do really like the characters, and while the Night Prince was boring to me, especially compared to the Wolf King, I do like the overall plot of the series enough to read book 3. I am just hoping that book 3, I believe it's called The Wolf Queen, will not be as boring as The Night Prince was. But either way, overall, I do like the series, so of course I'm going to continue to book 3. Next, we have the Bloodwing Academy series. You couldn't pay me to read the rest of this series. The plot was insanely boring, the characters were very unlikable in my opinion, and there were so many plot inconsistencies. And that really hurts me to say because I wanted to love this book. I wanted to love this book so bad, but I couldn't do it. I gave it 1 star, and y'all know I don't do that often. Like, I was just telling y'all that I hated this book and I gave it 2 stars. Although I do really feel like I should knock that down to 1. This one is flat out, no question, 1 star. If you like this book, if you like the series, truly, I am happy for you. But I could barely make it through this book. I cannot make it through the rest of the series. And if you want my full, more detailed review, go check out my February reading wrap-up. Next up, we have the Fae and Alchemy series. I really like Quicksilver. I didn't really like Brimstone. It just felt really flat to me. I feel like there was essentially zero plot progression, and it really just felt like a filler book, and the whole book felt like it was just info dump after info dump after info dump. But like I just said, I love Quicksilver, so I will be reading book 3. And she did actually just push back book 3 to next September, so that actually does give me a lot of hope, because clearly she is taking her time with it, as she should. I think people need to take a massive step back with pressuring authors to pump out books faster. When I first started the series, I was under the impression that it was going to be a trilogy, but now, to my understanding, there's going to be more than 3 books. So while I'm definitely going to read at least book 3, whether I continue after that will completely depend on my thoughts for book 3. If I like it better than Brimstone and or Quicksilver, I will definitely be continuing. But if I like it less than Brimstone, I probably won't continue after book 3. But again, as of now, I am continuing the series. And then we have the Folk of Air series. I've been very open about the fact that I have DNF'd this book 2 times, but then on my 3rd attempt reading, I was able to finish it. And honestly, I did like it, and I do actually think I'm going to continue the series. However, it is not high on my priority list at all. There are just so many other books that I want to read way more than the rest of the series. So while I will probably eventually read the rest of this series, I have no idea when that will be. And lastly, we have A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes. Just like Fourth Wing, love this series. I am continuing it, no question. It's been years since I finished the series, so I'm definitely going to do a reread before the next book comes out, but I'm so excited that we finally are getting books 6 and 7. You guys can block me. You guys can go ahead and thumbs down the video after that. Please don't, but I would understand. But on a serious note, I am excited for the rest of the series, and I really hope we find out who the next 2 books are about soon. But let's be real, I'll be happy no matter what. Unless they're Elaine and Asriel. I am not an Elriel fan. Gwynriel for life. I am praying that it is not Elaine and Asriel. Regardless, even if it is them, which I, again, hope it's not, I will be reading the rest of the series. And that's it, guys. Shorter video today because I feel like a lot of my recent videos have been on the longer side. Next week, I'm going to do a hopefully massive and brutal book unhaul. And hopefully the week after that will either be a moving vlog or setting up my bookshelves at my new apartment. And that really just depends on how long I have to edit, so we will see. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram and my TikTok, which are in the description below for more bookish content. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Love you guys. Bye!